Welcome, welcome. Bill here, No Visible Scars. Getting around to the Beyond unboxing. I did a short on it probably about a month ago, so finally got around to it. All right, well, let's not fuck around and let's open this up. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, no stranger to the movie. Bunch of different the tin. That was always the coolest thing. Besides having, I don't know if I ever had I know I had a bootleg VHS tape way back when it was uncut on Laserdisc. But I didn't have an original Seven Doors of Death either. Would have rented it, back in the day. But yeah, this DVD was probably the first real copy I had without being a bootleg. And then the Blu-ray a little bit later on. I think that's a steel. We'll go. You know what? I want to stay away from all this, but because I'm going to do a separate video with a whole bunch of Beyond collectibles I have. But here's a few just to show. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting off track here. Sorry, guys. Let's get into the actual unboxing here. Okay, so this is the Grindhouse, which I had right here. This is the 4K version. This one here was a couple years ago, and it's a great edition as well. All right, so let's call this an upgrade, right? So here we go. All right, so let's see the contents. It's spectacular 4K scan, 5.1 DTS HD master audio, all kinds of interviews, bonus DVD, Seven Doors of Death, 100-page book, bonus CD of Fabio Frizzi's soundtrack, which you all know rules. Okay, so that's the back of it. There we go. Now, this came out, a couple months ago now? I can't believe I waited this long, because, I mean, I do, obviously, I love the Beyond is great. Is it my favorite Fulci? I don't know. I might be New York Ripper. Or Woman in a Lizard Skin. I don't know, but that's not the point, right? All right, so let's get to this. This is killer. So this is like the Book of Ivan. Oop, wrong side. Shit. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Book of Ivan. Really cool. Wow, real nice. Here we go. All right. So this is disc one. That's the HD, which would be the Blu-ray, 4K. This is the regular Blu-ray. Wow, this is really nice. This is the extra Blu-ray. Archival extras, disc 4. Jesus. Seven Doors of Death. Anybody get that soundtrack that came out for Record Store Day? I should have. Maybe I could still find it. Disc 6. This is the CD Composer's Cut. God damn. Well, I'm glad I picked this up. I don't know if this is sold out or what the, it's Kaz. Everybody knows that. Wow. Real nice. Real nice. I haven't watched it yet. Obviously, I haven't watched it yet. I just opened it. But here's the booklet. Very cool. We'll go through it quick. nice. A lot of these pictures you would have saw in that UK book, Beyond the Terror. Was it like called the Fulci book, which came out in the, was that early 2000s, I want to say? House by the Sun. So there's a lot of nice. I can't wait to dive in. I'm sure the picture looks spectacular. Grindhouse does killer stuff. I'm not, I have to go through. I'm not too sure how much new stuff is incorporated in all this, but who cares? It was nice to have it in 4K, which I've kind of backed off buying a lot of 4K stuff, especially older stuff. It just, if you have a really nice Blu-ray, it really doesn't mean a much picture-wise 4K. There's exceptions. There's definitely exceptions, but I do like this movie. Quite a bit, so of course I'll buy it. I don't know what, hopefully the picture quality, I'll eat my words and say, hey, shit, man, the picture quality, this is one of the movies that picture quality for 4K on an older movie is justified. It looks great. Those old Blu-rays here, DVD, maybe they're gone, but yeah, not much more. This is not a review of the movie. I'm not going to go over the movie, but if you've seen it, you can't unsee it. It'll stick with you, and you just fall in love with it. And those of us that know it, yeah, I mean, it's easily on our favorite horror movies, Italian movies of all time. Just before I go, again, it's probably early on 2000s. The Beyond had a release, theatrical release again, and it might have been from Grindhouse, I believe it was. And I was a little too young to see Seven Doors in the theater or at the drive-in. So, yeah, I remember going to New York City, and it was fucking crazy in there for this, punk rock, metal kids, all of us in the theater just going crazy. I couldn't believe we were sitting there. I mean, it didn't disrupt the film. It was just like, I was, again, a little too young to... I remember 42nd Street as a kid with all the porn stuff and yada, yada, yada there. And I was able to experience some of that in the very late 80s, early 90s to mid 90s. But I was a little too young when the Beyond would have came and played, like the Grindhouse in New York, 42nd Street. But this, I can imagine, was somewhat like that. I mean, there's just like people throwing shit, just going crazy, yelling at the screen. I mean, just every time I turn around, somebody's tapping me like, dude, you want a drink? And just beer bottles rolling down the aisles. And it was fun. That was a blast. And I thought I had one, or maybe somebody else I knew. I think they gave away the eyeball, like a Beyond eyeball or something, when you went to see it. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, there was the unboxing of the Grindhouse picture just released. Lucio Fulci's The Beyond box set, I guess you want to say. The 4K six disc set. Well worth the money. I don't know if they're still available, but grab one if you can. Looking forward to watching it finally. It's been sitting in the box for like a month because I wanted to do this video and open it live with you guys. All right, so I'm going to do, you see some of the stuff, but now Fulci week is coming. You guys might have saw that posting I did. And it's something that's really on Instagram, but maybe it'll carry over to YouTube as well. Fulci Week, Film Week. I guess it's number 5. I never participated, but it's just a fun thing. It's going to be June 15th to the 21st, and you could use the tag Fulci. You know what? I don't want to screw it up. I'll leave it in the comments. But tag that up on Instagram, and you're just showing off. There's prizes to be held by the people that are hosting this. I'm not one of the hosts. I'll put more information in the comments. But yeah, show off some movies, talk some movies, posters, magazines, comics, whatever Fulci, you know. So should be cool. That starts at 15th, like I said, June 15th. Couple of the Beyond things I'll be showing off. But I think I'll do a separate video just Beyond stuff to link this in, or maybe I'll save it for the Fulci week. I'm not too sure, but rest assured it'll show up. If it's not on YouTube, follow me guys on Instagram. Okay. All right. Thanks for checking it out, and fucking Fulci lives. See ya. All right, guys. Here is the second part of my Beyond unboxing. But this is going to be more of the Beyond merch I have. Memorbilia, you know, different DVD, Blu-rays, anything Beyond in my collection I pulled out, basically. Even some original soundtrack vinyl, some CDs, advertisements. Okay, let's kick off with no VHS tapes, like I said, and the only VHS I had was bootleg. And I think I got that from Video Watchdog through their, when I was renting through the mail, their video subscription thing. Yeah, they had I used to copy. Everybody used to copy. You know, that's why they're bootlegs, right? So I had the uncut laser disc, Japanese laser disc, probably in the oh man, mid '90s maybe, early to mid '90s. Don't have that anymore. I kind of wish I kept that. But yeah, oh well, no biggie. All right, let's get some Beyond DVDs. We'll kick off with this one. This is the, what was this, Grindhouse? Who put this out? No, Anchor Bay in the mid to late 90s put these tins out. There was, you know, there was a Wicker Man, there was Evil Dead, I think. There was what was the other ones? Maniac. But here's the Beyond. These were cool, man. Only 20,000 of these made, and this was for the first time available, uncut. So actually, I had number 2,645. Big fucking deal, right? I guess it was in the 2000s. That's pretty good. It was a low number. But I think I bought this at Best Buy or FYE, something like that. So can you see the, I don't know if you can see the contacts. But yeah, this was always cool. So it came with these reproduction cards of like the old movie posters from different countries. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I held on to this. I'll probably not get rid of it. Never really thought to. Here's the booklet. Yeah. I remember the picture quality being pretty good on this. And there we go. There's the actual disc itself. Right. There we go. All right, so that's first on the list here. So that was for the late 90s. And then, as we're coming into the 2000s, Grindhouse Releasing put this really nice edition out. 3-disc deluxe edition, 2 Blu-rays, and a CD. All right. There we go. I think this was a remastered CD. You know what? I don't think I ever even played this. I had CDs and stuff of it. Oh, let me show the front. So this is the Grindhouse edition. Like I said, this had to be the early 2000s, because I know you would have seen this advertisement a lot. This particular, well, that was the same as the Anchor Bay. But anyway, what I think Grindhouse was responsible for putting this out in the theaters for a limited run. I talked about that previously, and I did look it up, and I was right. So it did happen. Well, I explained to you. I saw it, so it was. I don't know. I don't know how many cities it played. Like I said, I saw it in New York. But yeah, good old Grindhouse, man. They really got a lot rolling for the exploitation Italian films, and still going. So cheers to them. Okay, so this was a little bit. It's more mid 90s. I'm sorry, mid 2000s maybe. This was Beyond Steelbook from Arrow Video. I used to be big in collecting the steelbooks. I don't know how popular they are anymore. Nice edition. Booklet. Let's see, 2 discs. Actually, I'm a diehard. I saved the outer advertiser or outer whatever the hell you call these promotion things that would have been stuck to the front of the Blu-ray. So I don't remember how much this differed from the Grindhouse edition, but needless to say, yeah, cool little addition to the collection. All right, now we're going to show off some magazines, fanzines, stuff like that that featured the Beyond, and from, I guess, far back as the later 80s up until maybe early 2000s. I think I might have some. Okay, anyway, Deep Red. A lot of people know this one, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But yeah, this was issue 1 of from 1987, and lo and behold, look at who's on the cover, huh? The Beyond, our favorite little girl. This was, of course, by Kaz Bolin. But I'm not going to open it. A lot of people know that one. So a little bit, maybe like a year later or so, we had Gore Zone. This is a great mag, and Kaz was writing for this too at one point. This is from '88, and I chose this because of this gentleman right here, Daridano Scacchetti, who wrote a lot for Fulci. He was one of the main writers, and of course he had a hand in The Beyond. No real pictures of him on the Beyond. But yeah, if you want to check this one out, down, this is issue number 23, Gore Zone. Really cool interview with one of the mainstays. I mean, what else did he write? Jesus, you name it. And Zombie. Let's see. House by the Cemetery. I mean, he even worked with Argento, Cat of Nine Tails, Mario Bava, Twitch of the Dead Nerve, Lamberto Bava, Demons. So, important figure in some of our favorite Italian horror movies. All right. All right, so this is from 1990. This this? Yeah, this was French magazines, which I used to buy these at Kim's Video in New York, Greenwich Village. Used to used to visit that often when New York was cool. Pull this out. So mainly pictorial fanzine. Yeah, I guess you call it a fanzine. It really was. You know, I don't know how official this was. It is in English, like I said, from 1990. But I picked this one because it's interesting. They feel the Beyond. You know, they wrote little reviews or captions about movies, and they were seeing the Beyond as the Fulci's nod to, you know, Lovecraft, and as we know, a lot of the Italian movies love borrowing, not ripping off, borrowing from American films. And the editor of this compared the aspects of the Beyond to the Sentinel in The Shining, which maybe. But it says here, and, you know, quoted by Fulci, don't know where they got this quote for. I don't know if they actually talked to him or it was, you know, this was part of an interview they decided to include in here. But, you know, Fulci says it's a plotless film. There's no logic to it. It's just a succession of images, of course. Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense, but that's what you love or hate about it, you know. You know, and he goes on to say, Fulci's saying it's his interpretation of hell, metaphysically. Which, yeah, you could see that, you know. With no, you know, there's really it's no happy ending, but you are. But if you're in hell, is there a happy ending, right? Okay. Next. So, next one is a fanzine from Italy. This is one of my, I love this zine. It's called Baphomet. This is from 94. You know, it was black and death metal. Let's see. Solar. I don't know. Yeah, so it had, you know, there you go. Had some Mortuary Grave, of course, because it was Italy. But that's not why I'm showing it. Believe it or not, there is a killer Lucio Fulci interview in this. And this always blew me away, you know. I was like, and this was an influence on me doing zines, because I was like, hell, you know, why can't you combine death metal, black metal, and, you know, the likes, and then films and have film review, you know. So yeah, I love this idea, and I really borrowed from it when I started doing fanzines. But yeah, this is a really good interview. Really good zine. Baphomet, and I think this was issue 1. Baphomet number 11. I'm sorry, number 11. All right, from 1994. I don't know. I don't know how easy the Gore Zone, the Deep Red would be, easy to track down. I don't know about that Fulci French fanzine. This one might be tricky too, but hey, you know what? Give it a shot. If you're interested, look for them. Who knows what's on eBay or any of those things, whatnot, maybe. What do we got here? This was issue of Psychotronic Video Magazine. This is number. What number is this? Number 20. This is probably from 94, 95. Let's see. Let's see. 1995, yeah. And I picked this out because it had this cool advertisement in the advertisement section for soundtracks. And I believe, did it say? Yeah, Gates. Yeah, this was rare import soundtracks. Fulci's Beyond the Gates of Hell and the Beyond, never before in the U.S. Out of print for over 10 years. Extremely low. I don't know if these were actual the LPs or CDs, but that's again, this is not too much internet was going on yet. This is really early on, but yeah, I thought that was interesting, finding that in there. I never wrote to that, but a couple years later, the soundtrack would be made available, and I'll get to that through somebody else. All right, take that one. Okay, so we have, of course, the man, our main man from the Beyond, David Warbeck. Again, this is from Fab Press from the UK, which, if some of you guys had that Beyond the Terror Fulci book, this is the company that did this cool fanzine. And there's David on the set of the Beyond. It was pretty interesting. The editor asked, I heard quite a while ago that Fulci was a chaotic director to work with on the set of Beyond. If I remember correctly, Fulci wanted you to shoot a zombie actor in the face, but knowing that it would possibly hurt the guy, you refused, and Fulci lost his rag with you. So Warbeck says, "Oh yes. Me and Fulci had rows. Fulci and I got on like a house on fire, and he was seriously ill on and off for a long time. Fulci used to be my main agent in Rome too, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, these are why I had these things. Of course, these might be, maybe a lot of people know this stuff. I don't know how much has been incorporated as extras on Blu-rays or DVDs, but that's why you buy the magazines. I mean, I wish I had some older stuff from actually when the Beyond came out in 80 or 81. I forget, was it 81? But a lot of those aren't in English. They were in like French magazines. Probably, I'm sure some Italian, but I know for a fact there's a lot of French magazines that Fulci and the Beyond was featured in. All right, another one a lot of you folks know, because it's Casbah, and this was a tribute to Lucio in '96 after he had passed. Not only on the Beyond, but a lot of his movies and Kaz plays tribute. So that's readily available. I'm sure you could still find that. And then we got this from '97, Deep Red, kind of, well, not kind of. They made a comeback, and lo and behold, bang, The Beyond, uncut masterpiece. It was a big deal when Grindhouse, got the rights, and um, I don't know if they actually remastered. I can't recall, but it was uncut, and yeah, it wasn't the pulled apart, Seven Doors of Death version we originally saw. Well, if you're old enough, back in the early '80s at the drive-in. So yeah, there's a few. I got some more I'm gonna go to, but I think the next round we're getting up to more towards the later '90s, and like I said, the Beyond coming out uncut was a big deal. So we're gonna do another video, so hang in there, and I'll grab some more stuff for us to go over and me to talk about. All right.
You are Liza, aren't you?
Yes.
My name is Emily. I've been looking for you. Leave this place. $60 ago, everybody in this hotel disappeared. Every last person. A painter called Zweig, who lived here, closeted in his room, had found a key.
Tell me, with all those accidents, you think you'll give it up now?
I couldn't do that if I wanted to. Well, I won't give in.
How many have wandered innocently into the